Finally, one day I woke up and I couldn't move. I mean, the pain was just so bad. I had to have an ambulance come pick me up. They brought me, got an MRI, and the report came back that I had a spinal infection. And the infection had gone from my disc into my bone. My whole L5 vertebra was lit up. I'm not. Some of you may be able to tell here. You see that kind of white area there on the MRI, kind of here in this area here, and that was an infection that was actually in my bone. And then there was an abscess by my spinal cord. And so I had to take a medical flight. They put me on a gurney on a plane, flew me from Puerto Rico to Florida, and I met with an infectious disease doctor who said, "Josh, this is way beyond serious. You could die from this, but most likely you're going to be permanently disabled." And for me, being in the health and fitness industry for a long time, this is happening 3 years ago, and getting this diagnosis, I was, I had 48 hours where, because this diagnosis was so serious, and I know how bad this infection was, I kind of felt like my life is over in a way, because I had gone from being so physically fit and active to him telling me, "You're most likely going to have rods put in your spine, have your spine fused." And what's crazy is, just a couple months before, I was throwing my 2-year-old daughter in the air in the pool. I was cycling, I was running, I was, lifting weights, and just had a minor injury. And to go from that to this was very hard. So 48 hours, very mental battle. And then I just spent some time in prayer. And I felt like God really impressed upon me that I would be healed completely. And for me, I always listen to the great physician more than any other physician. And so that's sort of where I put my hope and my focus, on spending time in prayer and focusing on everything I could to regenerate and heal. Yes. And so that's what I did. And so I started reading studies on how do you regenerate and heal tissue. And I came across a lot of different things. And some of the things I knew about, but there are other things I really dug into deeper. One of the things was hyperbaric oxygen therapy. I spent a lot of time researching a lot with red light therapy, a lot with peptide therapy, stem cell therapy, and I did everything I could to heal. I was in a hyperbaric chamber like every day for 90 days. I was doing IVs. I was doing Jensen Silver. I was doing methylene blue. For 90 days, my urine was just, bright blue, and doing everything I could to heal. And I went through this process. And by the way, it took me an entire year before I walked again. So all of 2020, half of 2022 and a lot of 2023, I didn't walk at all. But I just kept going and going and going. And